if you're looking at an HR chatbot, we're going to tell you what they are, why you want one, why you might not want one, and which vendors are the best to look at when making this decision. Let's start with what is an HR chatbot. So we've got our career site, call to action, culture video, job postings, and then boom, this little thing pops up and it's like, hey, how can I help you? We've all seen these before, usually on some sort of website. We're doing our research as a shopper. Job seekers are no different. They're doing their research, and this allows them to ask questions about benefits, etc. It also, more importantly, allows you as a TA team to convert people into your applicant tracking system, get them set up for interviews, or get them into your talent community, depending on who these people are. For example, if somebody is an engineer with lots of experience, maybe you want to get them in front of a recruiter, circumvent the ATS. If somebody is maybe applying for more of a high volume role, you shift them to the applicant tracking system, the relevant job posting. Okay, so let's get into some of the ROI here behind using an HR chatbot. First of all is conversion rate. So we've got data that shows that on average, companies are seeing an 85 to 150% increase in the number of applicants who apply for their jobs. Conversion rate basically means what percentage of people that get to your career website actually apply for a job. Increasing this means more applicants, and importantly, it means higher quality applicants, because the people who are actually now applying have been convinced to apply for the job. They're not just applying for jobs because they need a job, they've had a good candidate experience. So here's the other part that I love about this. It's not just about getting more bodies into your ATS, it's about providing a better experience for those job seekers, even the passive candidates. So when we ask candidates, how was it interacting with a chatbot? The overwhelming majority, 93%, said it was an excellent experience. We had about 6% say it was good, and a very low percentage of people say it was a bad experience. That's amazing. Again, that's an ROI. The other thing that we're actually not focusing so much in this tutorial is chatbots can take over some of the work that maybe an HR coordinator would do historically. They can do things like schedule interviews, and they're going to be a lot better at it than a human. It's work that, most people don't want to do in the first place, and the chatbot's going to make sure that there's no missed emails, that people get their questions answered, etc. Okay, so here's our last advice. First off, AI. A lot of people synonymously say HR chatbot with AI recruiting, etc. Artificial intelligence isn't quite there yet. There's a lot of training that needs to be done for your chatbot. And the reason we call this out is because you're going to have to sometimes input a lot of the standard answers to questions into your chatbot. That can mean that some of these things take a long time to set up, especially if you're getting hundreds of different kind of unique queries from candidates. Number two is marketing. Chances are your website, your corporate site, has a chatbot on it. If you want to do this really simply, like tomorrow, just ask your marketing team, hey, can we get a seat for Drift, Intercom, whatever they're using? It's probably about $50 a month. You can get a little chatbot set up here. You can set up one or two really simple messages that they can ask people when they get to the career website, like, hey, what are you looking for, etc. You can have the bot man it, you can have one of your recruiters man it, and you can just get a feel for how all this works and start to build out a more holistic strategy. Okay. The last piece of advice is to do it. This is something that I think is on the priority list for a lot of teams, but is a lower priority because, let's face it, in HR, we've got way too much stuff going on, especially if you're a smaller team, you're a generalist, you're thinking about everything from employee engagement to talent acquisition, the full employee life cycle. But look at these numbers. Candidates love it. It increases your conversion rate. It's going to get more people in your funnel. You got to kind of bite the bullet and just do it.